So this is a biographical of me, and my name is Eric Martinez, and I just realized that my name is off-centered. I grew up in Clovis here for a little bit. Went to school here for a little bit through elementary, and at that point I didn't really have any interest or know what I wanted to do, of course, since elementary school. Until I moved to Iwakuni, Japan. I don't have any family photos, but this is actually a photo of my some of my good friend Tyler, who's here in the middle. Um, we all got stationed over at Iwakuni Air Base, and yeah, I just grew up moving around for a little bit with my dad. Went from Fresno to Arizona to San Diego, and then we went straight to Japan, and then he finished his career, and we ended up back here. Over there, I went to a school called MC Perry High School, home of the samurai. I yeah, it was a part of the DoDEA programs, the Department of Defense and Education Activities. And here is where I discovered that I really kind of had an interest in film and media. Because beforehand, I was probably just going to just join the Marine Corps after I finished high school, and then choosing through electives, I ended up taking video communications and changed my entire like uh, route for myself. Here, I discovered my passion for cinematography, specifically cameras. The one on the left is the camera I'm scouting to get at the moment, which is a Sony FX3. I might start with the FX30, but right here is where I found my love of this stuff. And then, as well as fitness, I used to be very big into powerlifting and bodybuilding and calisthenics. Obviously, this is not me, but I didn't really care for social media back then, and I don't really have any photos to capture any of this interest of mine. But yeah, I was very big into fitness and to video. This is actually a photo of one of my good friends. He's the reason that I actually decided to plunge my entire life plan around video. His name's Dan Montez de Oca. He created this line called Father Fox, and I went along with him in 2018 to shoot some photos for him for his clothing line to put on the website. I He convinced me to participate in something called Far East, which is a program that is offered with DoDEA schools, and we go to a singular base. In this case, for us, it was in Tokyo, Japan. We went to Kadena Air Base, or no, I'm sorry, not Kadena, Yokota Air Base, and we would be paired up in groups and have a week to create a 7-minute news broadcast or a short film. And then after the first one I went to, I ended up winning first place for our group and then placing individually gold for two other places. I believe it was for editing and cinematography. And then from there, I just kept going back year after year, usually winning something, and that just reinforced me to try to pursue a career in this. I started with broadcast journalism, but I found a lot more joy in documentaries. I found a little bit of joy in narrative filmmaking, um, but when it comes to making documentaries, I found it more interesting to capture someone's story or something's story because I haven't always been very imaginative. I know how to make something look pretty, probably, but I never really enjoyed making a short films. Documentaries just really grabbed me because I like to capture a topic or somebody, tell their story or its story, and then try to bring it to life rather than keeping it as a boring documentary. In 2018, I came back and I started to try to do freelance. I had a Micro Four Thirds camera and I was just kind of trying to make some extra cash. Um, and and I found that music videos really uh, were just fun to shoot. They were quick. I could do it myself. I didn't need to do like a crew or anything, and I just liked being able to do quick turnaround time and just kind of having free reign on creativity. And I also just like being able to create something for other artists that they see it like their dream, their song's imagery was brought back or brought to life with my shooting. At the moment, I currently intern with somebody who just opened up a recording studio here. He is actually the gentleman on the far right. He signed. He is with Atlantic Records, and I'm just interning as their videographer or cinematographer. Hopefully, I am planning to move to Atlanta, and hopefully going to have some steady streams of freelance as soon as I get there on top of the job I'm scouting out. But these are social media posts that I made for them with the shoots. All of these are the images here are all stills except for the far left. These were actual photos I took, but the rest of these are just stills taken from a timeline. I do plan to move to Atlanta, Georgia, probably more like somewhere north of it, northeast of it. But I plan to move here in with a friend who works for a multimedia company. I just have no particular reason to go here other than there is a job opportunity, but I also do want to just get out. This is the longest time I've stayed somewhere. I'm usually leaving after 3 years to somewhere new, and I'm kind of stir crazy here, seeing the same stuff, the same streets, the same people. I want to go out and uproot again. This image is a lot more pixelated than I was anticipating, but this is the company that my friend works at. He works in data analytics, but he has some contacts in Cox Media Group, which is a production company out in Georgia. They have some contracts with some news stations. I believe they kind of helped out with the Dark Knight trilogy. And then, yeah, it's just a promising job, good benefits, and steady revenue. And on top of that, Atlanta is very lucrative with music videos at the moment, and I'm hoping to potentially be signed as one of the record labels out there, like full-time videographer. Somewhere down the line, obviously these are very, very big production companies, but I do plan to open up my own small-time production company, appeal to the demographics that are not able to afford obviously like some giant production company, or to help run their ad campaigns, or make their movies or their documentaries. I want to be able to open it up, maybe not in Georgia either, somewhere else, but I want to create my own market in a little area and try to appeal to the crowd there. I want to make this company like a one-stop shop for them, like having somebody for graphic design, somebody to be able to run ad campaigns and marketing, obviously music videos, documentaries, short films if need be, and then even actually I want to have a specific spot for social media. I want someone to be able to take on clients to help run their social media, because that's a very common thing that I'm hearing about, and I've started to try to teach myself how to do that, because I personally ignored social media for myself, but starting to get the hang of it and learn it now. But this is my biographical, and that's the end.